Hey, so I found another option for a well adapter that I haven't seen anybody use yet or haven't really seen it mentioned. And I'm hoping this helps some people out because it definitely has helped me out. What I was originally planning to do is to follow KJ's guidance where you just press these studs out, align your wheel and drill more holes and then press in the smaller stud for the ATV wheel that will also match the 4x110 lug pattern. Well, unfortunately, or really fortunately for me, I got a steal of a deal on some brand new Takeoff Polaris Ranger wheels and tires. And that would be 4x156 on all four corners. So 4x156 would never work for this because it's not a large enough diameter to drill. So I found an option, or I started doing some research. Two of the options I found, the first and foremost, what seemed to be the most desirable was design a file to send off to Send Cut Send. And basically you would just design a disc that is drilled to fit these M12 studs. You slide it on, and then there's additional holes drilled in it along the perimeter to fit the 4x156, and you just press in your own studs. Easy peasy. And that's still a great option. Then there's another option that's a little more off the shelf, but it still requires some modifications, and that is there's an aluminum wheel spacer that is meant for the 4x1 or the 4x100 lug pattern of the Miata. And, it fits great, but unfortunately, that wheel adapter, the studs that come in it are M12s as well. So that would not fit an ATV wheel. So you're then stuck either, for one, drilling out the holes in the wheel to fit the M12, which, adds issues of its own, especially if you're using some nicer aluminum wheels, you may not want to do that. The other option is you just press out the M12 studs in the wheel adapter and then drill and press in your own. Again, you're just adding additional complexity to it. So what I found was these. This is actually a wheel adapter not for a 4x100 lug pattern like the Miata has. This is actually a 4x4, which is what a golf cart has. And because of that, being this is a golf cart wheel adapter, it came with the 3/8 by 24 studs. So that's a +1 for it already. The only difference is a 4x4, again, 4 inches by 4 inches. That 4 inches does not really translate into 100 millimeters exact. It actually comes to, if you do the math on it, it's 101.6 millimeters. And it fits close enough, and I'll show you. So there it is, goes right on without having to do any modifications to it. Obviously, the holes don't align perfectly, but they do align. Now, the first problem that you'll notice is it's sitting on here a little crooked. That's because the hole bored out in the center of this wheel spacer is a different size than the one the Miata hub has. So clearly, you're going to have some concentric issues if you just bolt this on without aligning it properly. But here is the good thing about aftermarket wheels. Many aftermarket wheels may not have the exact hub diameter bored in them. They will typically drill them to meet a multitude of hub diameters, but to meet the ones that they're not drilled for, to bridge that gap, they sell these things. These are literally just spacer rings. They're just called hub adapters, and they're meant to adapt from the smaller diameter hub on your vehicle to the larger diameter bore of the wheel, of the aftermarket wheel you're using. So I got the ones that, and I don't remember offhand exactly what these are. I can post them in the description below. But they fit the inside of this opening like a glove. Just like that. They slide right in. And fits like a glove on the Miata hub. Now, you don't have any side-to-side wiggle at all. You do still have some rotational wiggle, but that would be canceled out as soon as you put in a lug-centric lug. So a lug that has a bevel on the back of it, kind of like these lugs here have. So these are obviously not the right size to use on the Miata itself. I'll have to get some more. But I think I've heard these called like acorn-style lug nuts. But anyway, you'd get a set of these, thread them in. That would help center this side to side down in that bevel that's machined into the inside of this. And then obviously, because the studs stick out a little bit past the surface of the wheel adapter, you would need to grind this down, but that's an off-the-shelf option right there. The two wheel adapters are only about $45 together on Amazon, and then this pack of 4 hub adapters were like $10. So that's an option.